Hello, welcome back to the channel. For those who have been following my recent videos, you'll know that I've just recently changed my KTM 1290 GT for the Ducati Multistrada V4. Really enjoying it. The weather's pretty poor, so I'm not getting much riding it at the moment. But what I'm going to do is take the opportunity to actually put some protective covering on the bike. My last bike had the PPF, is it the PPF? Yeah, PPF coating on all of the main parts of the exposed bike, fairings, the plastics, the front mudguard, etc. And that really did provide some protection for the bike over the sort of 3.5 years I had it from stone chips and the like. But the PPF still had quite a large number of marks, smudges on it from flies, from dirt, from grease, and you'll know that the bikes I keep are really well looked after. I bought about a year ago this product called Armour Shield, and it's a ceramic coating, and I bought it to put on a car, but I never actually used it. And I've just been thinking the other day, having just got this new bike, and it's a second-hand bike, but it is in immaculate showroom condition. I thought I'll use it on the bike. I haven't put PPF on it yet, and I'm not quite sure whether I will, but I thought I've got the product. It's a well advertised product on YouTube and social media. It's called Armour Shield. It's not a professional grade product, but it's very much focused on the DIY market. I think it paid about £60. I think it's subsequently come down to sort of circa £40, £50. So I'm going to use it today on the bike. What it will do, it'll help clean the bike, it'll help me wash it and remove dirt and muck. And I thought, you know what, sat idle in the garage, I may as well give it a try. Whether it'll be effective, whether it'll really be of value in the long term, I don't know. So please don't criticise me and say it's a rubbish idea. But I thought it's here, I'll use it and I'll put it on. So I'm going to just have the video on while I'm doing it. The process is quite simple. Do a really deep clean, which I did yesterday. So full snow foam, proper clean, all the nooks and crannies, really deep clean. I'm now going to go out to the bike in the garage and I'm going to put alcohol on it, and I'm going to sort of take any final greases, contaminants and whatever, and just take that off with that. So I've got in effect the flattest, cleanest plastic area and metal area that I can, and I'm going to apply this product. You have to leave it for about 40 hours afterwards, but the weather forecast is such that I am going to be riding for a few days. And it's literally a case of simply using an applicator sponge with a cloth, applying it, and then literally buffing it all off. And the process of ceramic coating is that the actual fine molecules of ceramic will actually provide a hard shield over a period of time, and it'll be that protects the paint and the plastic underneath. Of course it ain't going to protect it from stone chips and the like, but it will protect it from grease, contaminants, etc. And it'll hopefully make it a lot easier to clean. The bike's quite an intricate bike in terms of it's got a lot of parts, a lot of engine coverings, a lot of pipe work. So there's an awful lot of detail in there, so I thought I'm going to apply it wherever I possibly can. I've got the spoked wheels on my bike, so I'm going to try and get into the wheels as much as I can, obviously avoiding brakes and the like. Whether I can get it onto the spokes, I don't know, because it's spoked wire wheels on my bike. But anyway, I'm going to give it a go, I'm going to apply it. It won't be something that I can notice whether it's been effective straight away, but most probably when I come to my first wash in a few weeks' time, I should be able to notice the difference. This has enough for 2 cars worth apparently, so it is the sort of product I can apply regularly or repeatedly. They reckon it should last 12 months, but others suggest it could last a couple of years. I'm working on the lower level, but if I don't see any improvement and benefit when I come to wash it first time, I most probably won't reapply it. But just thought I'd do the video, and it's something we can track over the next few months, 6-12 months together. Anyway, I'm not going to be talking much when I apply it, but I will just let the camera roll as I do so, and I might just interject and just give an update as I've gone through. Thanks for watching. Any comments, give us a shout below. If you have used something like this on your bike before, please let me know how you got on with it. I'm really keen to hear. Thanks for supporting the channel. If you haven't already done so, like and subscribe, and here we go. Okay, so I'm now just going to apply the alcohol. So I'm using a product here called isopropyl alcohol. I'm literally going to apply it liberally all over the various areas that I'm going to apply the ceramic coating. I'll let it dry, and then I'll come back and I'll literally then start applying this ceramic coating thereafter. So This is something, actually guys, if you haven't already got, get yourself something. It's really good for getting sticky stuff off, just cleaning. If you're going to be applying decals, it's good. It's just one of those products it's good to have in your armoury. So literally apply generally and across all main areas, getting into all the nooks and crannies. Obviously the main area where I'm going to be applying the ceramic coating is going to be on the plastic areas. It's going to be on not just the areas of impact at the front, but also the areas where I typically sort of get marked, and all the exterior parts where you typically wash and get the grime off. As I said, this isn't a paint protection product that I'm going to be applying. Well, it is to a degree, but it's not going to affect sort of stone chips and the like. It's literally just going to be sort of to help it to look as prime as it possibly can and protect it from, you know, the flies and the bugs that bikes generally get picking up as they travel, and just keeping the bike in pristine condition. So I'm just going to work my way around the bike, applying liberally, and this product will literally just evaporate away. So again, all the areas that I'm going to be applying it. And just work my way around the bike. Okay, so I've now put a liberal coating of the alcohol. That's all evaporating away. Let me just show you what you actually get with the product. Obviously you get the ceramic coating itself. You then get an applicator, and then on this applicator you wrap, I think there's like half a dozen pieces of lint-free cloth here, the sort of cloth that you clean your glasses with. That's then wrapped around here as the applicator, and then this is poured on a number of drops on it, and then you actually use this to apply the product. You also get a cloth, and this is the cloth that once it's finished and you start to get like an oil effect, a rainbow effect on some of the fluid that you've actually applied, you just literally buff it all off, and then it comes with a couple of gloves as well, just to protect your hands. So I'm going to start now applying to the bike. I'm going to work on each part separately and buff off, rather than doing the whole bike and then buff the whole bike off. I've actually chosen to do the engine casings. There's nothing in the product about using it on hot surfaces, so a bit of trial and error. I hope it's not a problem, but I'm going to actually also apply to the engine casings on the bike as well. Haven't done the wheels yet. That's a separate exercise I'll do at the end. That needs some patience amongst anything else, just to work through all the spokes. I'll let the camera flow and I'll crack on with it. Again, just a simple case of folding around the foam. Make sure I get the right bit first. There's a hard and a soft side, so let's get the soft side onto there, which is where I'm going to be making contact with the bike. Literally it's a case of apply a number of drops, and literally I'm going to try this piece first. A case of applying it in horizontal and then vertical strokes to make sure that everything is covered. So try to work wherever we can to make sure full coverage. A little bit fiddly with all the different nooks and crannies and folds and bends in the area. So it literally is a case of that now will have applied the product. The camera won't pick it up, but it is providing a nice sheen. And it's literally a case now of buffering it off. It's not very good viewing, so I'll just work around the bike and come back to you at the start looking at the next section. Obviously I'm paying particular attention to the front of the bike, where it's going to get most wear and tear as we race around the countryside. So just making sure I've got a good liberal amount of the product on. Apparently it's only going to leave literally sort of a very thin micro level layer of the ceramic particles, so most of what you put on apparently will be getting removed when it's buffed up, but that's just to make sure you've got enough coverage on, you haven't left any area untouched, and that all of the area you want protecting has been dressed with the product. So it's all going on very easily indeed. It's pretty much a wipe on, wipe off. I think if you do large areas like sort of car bonnets and car bodies, you'd work in smaller areas. I'm just choosing particular parts of the bike and working around them thoroughly, so that as much as anything else, I know what I've done and what I have yet to do. But it's not leaving any smears, any streaks. It's just giving it a really nice sort of satin finish. Okay, now so I'm actually going around the engine casings as well as I can. They're a bit fiddly, they're little crevices and whatever. But I said this whole process is more of a, that's a bit fiddly actually, this applicator, the felt keeps on slipping off. The whole thing's a bit of an exercise really, or an experiment I should say, a bit of an experiment just to see whether I've used a £60 product unwisely and wasted it, and whether I'm going to see the benefit over a period of time. Anyway, I'm just continuing to work around the bike. I've been doing all around here. A bit fiddly to get this foam applicator in where, especially behind the engine bars. I've done the best I can. But as I said, it's all straightforward, just quite therapeutical actually. And then I'm going to move on to the exhaust in a second. Again, just leave it literally for a few seconds and then begin to wipe any excess away, leaving that microfilm of ceramic. I'm not sure what the chemistry of the thing is, but we'll give it a go. As I said, it doesn't pick it up on the camera, I don't think anyway, until I see it in the edit, but it does leave a nice satin finish to the bike. I wonder whether that will stay on as I ride it. What will be interesting here with this particular part is obviously this will be getting very hot, as with the exhaust. So I'm going to do the exhaust in a second as well, but I'd be keen to see how that works over the next couple of rides. Again, nice and simple. Work it through into all aspects, wherever you can get. I think this product could do with a smaller applicator, where you can just get behind all those little crevices. I think this is more for cars than bikes. So if anyone's out there thinking, ooh, what if I can do something specific for bikes and open a market? Make an applicator that's more suitable for bikes, and you never know, you might be onto a winner. Never know, might even do it yourself. So again, a bit of a gamble here, putting it on what is going to be hot surfaces, but the experiment continues. Okay, so I've now actually done the entire bike. Pretty much I've ended up doing whatever I could touch, whatever I could get access to. There's nothing I didn't actually try and get the coating on. It's taken me about half an hour so far. And what I'm now doing is I'm now moving on to the wheels. So first time having spoked wheels, bit of a gamble. I know that they're going to be higher maintenance, so I'm just going to give the wheels the best opportunity of staying cleaner longer, or should I say being able to be cleaned easier without any sort of permanent ongoing I suppose degradation or lack of finish. I am however going to try and do the spokes. I'm not going to put that on video, but there's no way I can do it with the applicator, so I'm literally just going to use the cloth and do each one by hand, as if I was going to apply ACF 50 really. Anyway, all I'm doing now, I'm just going around with the alcohol. As I said, this bike has been thoroughly cleaned yesterday, it's been in the garage overnight. Surprised, isn't it, how quickly rust appears on brake discs. So that was only washed yesterday, and already an oxide film appearing on that disc. So I'm doing one side first, and I'm then going to repeat the cleaning process on the other side in a second. I think I'm all the way around now. I should have gone from valve to valve. And then I'm going to apply the product. Okay, a couple of minutes have passed, so I'm now just going to attempt to try and get as much of the surface area of the wheel as I can. Let's go valve to valve. So immediately it's fiddly all around the valve. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to just do it by hand with the cloth. Got a better chance of getting in all the little corners and angles. If you're looking at this in horror thinking, what's he doing? He shouldn't be doing this, I apologise. I'm a bit of a let's try it and see how it works rather than become an expert and then try it. What was it then on the job, they say? I'll find out if I've made a mistake in the near future, I'm sure. Obviously, unlike ACF 50, which I wouldn't keep anywhere near the wheels, because obviously that's a protective film, but it's also a oil-based type of product, or at least the viscosity of it, and it's the sort of thing which is extremely slippy. I wouldn't put that anywhere near the wheels. This, however, is not. This is a chemical product which will finish off to a hard ceramic but invisible shell. Okay, so I've now finished the ceramic coating on the bike. It's taken me about an hour. The wheels with the spokes took me quite a while, but I think it'd be worthwhile the effort. So nothing really to report. All I can talk about now is the application. Went on easy, buffed up easy, not an issue. Hasn't left any smears, any marks, any runs, so it goes on very well. I suppose it's going to be time now that will tell us whether it's been worth the effort. But it's got to be worth an hour just to experiment, hasn't it, guys? Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope it hasn't been too boring, and if you have already used this before, give me a shout. Let me know what your experience has been so far. They do say that you've got to apply this in temperatures of not below 40 degrees Fahrenheit. I hope it's Fahrenheit anyway. Anyway, it's been wet, but I've now got to leave it for 48 hours, so I'm going to do that. Stopped raining actually. I would have liked to go out for a ride now, but I'm going to leave it for 48 hours to really cure and harden off. And then I'm hoping for some decent weather and get out and ride. Speak to you all soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye bye.